For the first time, pharmaceutical companies realize that they are competing for talent with energy companies.
Yeah.
That never would have happened 10 years ago. But that's what Foresight does. And that's mind-blowing,
Yeah.
right?
You mentioned Shell, and I think they had that famous story. They engaged a futurist to do some scenario planning about the future of oil.
So let's say you're an oil and energy company today. What they've realized is that in the future, they might not extract energy, they might grow it. And that's from looking at things like STEEP, an acronym you and I know, looking at driving forces that are social, technological, economic, environmental, and political. Thinking about what pressures could happen to them, particularly around climate change. In the future, they might have to grow energy. You know, that could be wind, it can be solar, whatever. And so what they realized was, in some of these oil and energy companies, is that they aren't gonna, in the future, need geoscientists. They're gonna need bioscientists. And so they're gonna have to hire very different people. There are not enough bioscientists going through the education system globally in the pipeline for them to be able to be hired. And so they realized that their strategy then had to change to start competing with other industries to steal them. And so what's interesting, because I also work with pharma companies, is they realized that where they were going to have to get their talent is to steal it from pharmaceutical companies. And so suddenly, and I say this all the time, and it blows people's minds in the audience, I said, so for the first time, pharmaceutical companies realize that they are competing for talent with energy companies.
Yeah.
That never would have happened 10 years ago. But that's what Foresight does. And that's mind-blowing, right?